What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissistic Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Illness, across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy like myself, and also validate the victims, survivors, and the thrivers of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about your feelings, bringing up your feelings to a narcissistic person, to a toxic person, so on and so forth, and things like that. Woo! Yep. Feelings. Can we talk about our feelings? Can we talk about my feelings? No, y'all. I'm gonna just be real with you. As a narcissistic person, speaking for myself as a narcissistic person, sometimes I don't get why people think I'm. Okay, let me get that off my chest real quick. People think that I give off the point that I'm speaking for every single narcissistic person in the world. I am not. I speak in broad generalizations. I don't say all narcissists do this. I've never claimed to be recovered. I never claimed to be healed. I say I'm still a narcissist. I don't speak for all narcissists. But a lot of narcissistic people do the exact same thing and display a lot of the same exact behaviors. So I'm speaking on myself and how a lot of times it's the same way a lot of people do. Which is why, okay. Let me get off my soapbox. But okay, y'all. Feelings. If you bring up your feelings to a narcissistic person, they automatically view it as an attack. And here's why. Because if I tell this to people all the time, if it's not praise, it's criticism. If you're not praising a narcissist, if you're not shouting their names from the rooftops or bowing down and groveling to their feet and just stroking their ego, then you're automatically criticizing them. You see how it works right there. There's no in between. There's no like small. Let's talk about my feeling. No. If you're not groveling to them and building them up and hyping them up, you are criticizing them. Us, Lee. Why don't you use us sometimes? You act like you're not a narcissist no more. You say them and they, but you don't never say we. I say we all the damn time. I started off by saying I'm a narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder. Y'all be blowing my mind with these comments. Y'all not read? Or y'all be willfully dense? You say we. Look, we as narcissistic people don't see. We take this as your blah blah blah. Boo boo boo. Let the robot reset, y'all. Narcissistic robot powering down and resetting, starting from scratch, rebooting. I'm back. So seriously though, y'all. When you talk about your feelings, the narcissistic person views it as you criticizing them, because if you're not praising them, it's criticism. Can we talk about how you've been treating me lately? Automatically viewed as criticism. And if you criticize a narcissistic person, guess what they do? They typically go on the attack. And by go on the attack, I don't mean physically. I mean sometimes they'll rage out on you. Sometimes they'll give you the silent treatment. Sometimes they'll just stonewall you and leave you alone and act like you don't exist. Everybody's going to behave and react differently to narcissists in these situations. They just are. Every narcissist is going to react differently to these situations when confronted with your feelings. Narcissistic people, so this is myself speaking. So a lot of times they know if you want to talk about your feelings, it's not going to be in a good way. Because your tone, your tone conveys a lot of stuff. Your body language, your energy, that all conveys a lot of stuff right there. All that stuff conveys a lot of different moving pieces. So if your tone is off, they're automatically going to think here comes the criticism. Oh, here we go again. Oh, I can never be good enough for you. Oh, you little Mr. or little Mr. Perfect or whatever. You can do no wrong, right? What about my feelings? What about my feelings? What about you did to me? What about what you said to me? What about how I felt? What about me? What about me? What about me? Rabble. They'll try to make you sound like you're selfish for bringing up your feelings. Because talking about your feelings, it's damn near a personal attack on us, y'all. It really is a personal attack on a narcissistic person. Talking about your feelings in a negative light is going to be viewed as an attack. This is how I know it. Imagine you going up to that narcissistic person in your life and saying, "Hey, babe, look. You've been treating me so great lately. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for being awesome." They would take that, wouldn't they? Most of them would take that. Most of us would take that. But then go to that same narcissistic person, say, "Hey, babe, can we talk about how you've been treating me lately?" Different tone, different response. They're not going to eat that up. Because they want to hear the good stuff. Keep the bad stuff to yourself. You know what I mean? Keep the bad stuff to yourself. Now, the opposite cannot be true as well. The narcissistic person, if they want to talk about how you made them feel, oh, you're going to hear this. You're going to hear it. They're going to keep you up late at night. You're going to hear this. The double standards absolutely do exist in these relationships with narcissistic people, y'all. They just do. And I tell that to people all the time, but people, I feel like a lot of people don't want to hear it when I tell this to them. You know what I mean? The double standards exist. Like, you don't get to get away with what they get to get away with. You just don't. You know what I mean? You get in a relationship with a narcissistic person, you remain in a relationship with a narcissistic person, this is how it's going to go for you. You know what I mean? This is the dynamic. This is the situation. This is how it's going to go. Like, does it change? Can a narcissist change? Can they get better? Let me ask you some questions. Are they in therapy working on it? Are they being open, honest, and vulnerable? Are they willing to listen to you? Are they willing to talk about your feelings? No to all of that? Then no, y'all. They're not going to change for you. They're not going to, no behavior alterations. No, nothing is coming for you. You know what I mean? No, nothing. So I just feel like in these dynamics, when you're talking about, when you're dealing with these type of people, when you're dealing with this type of mindset, that's part of it, y'all. There's bits and pieces of it right there. You know what I mean? Your feelings are viewed as, expressing your feelings in in any way, shape, or form other than praise is going to be viewed as criticizing that narcissistic or the toxic person. And you know how narcissists cannot handle criticism, even the slightest of perceived criticism. Perceived criticism, not even real criticism. If it's perceived as criticism, the slightest perception of criticism means we go into attack mode, fight or flight. And a lot of times the narcissistic person is going to try to they're going to try to fight you. Maybe not physically, but they're going to try to emotionally fight you. Some of them will physically try to put their hands on you. Some of them will physically try to fight you. Some of them will physically try to take advantage of you. Some of them will do that type of stuff. But not all narcissists are the same. Not all narcissists operate under the same purview or the same umbrella. We all understand that. We all know that. People in the comment sections know that. You understand it or whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah, your feelings are going to be viewed as criticism. They just are, y'all. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I mean? There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you try to express your feelings or how they made you feel about something, hey, babe, can you talk about how you make me feel? No, absolutely not. Hell no. Nope. We don't want to talk about this. Like I'm just telling y'all, this is from the narcissistic mind. This is from the mind of a narcissistic person. Like when people come up to me, just tell I know my wife used to come to me and tell me, she's like, hey, we gotta talk about what happened last night. Nope, it's in the past. Nope, I don't want to hear it because I know it's going to be negative. And I would call her a negative Nancy. You boring. You're just you live in the past. I would say all the same things a lot of narcissistic people, toxic people say. I've said that before. I've done that before. Am I proud of it? You sound like you're proud of doing that. I'm not proud of doing it. I'm proud of how far I've come as a narcissistic person. I'm not proud of the stuff I've done in the past. You know what I mean? I feel like people get it twisted up and mixed up a lot of time when you're trying to perceive me and put me in the same umbrella as everybody else. You just don't do that. You know what I mean? But a lot of narcissists do think the same way. But like your feelings are an attack. You pretty much hit it. You're pretty much emotionally beating up the narcissist when you try to express your feelings. Like you put your emotional boxing gloves on and you you uppercut a narcissist every time you bring up your feelings. So imagine you put on boxing gloves and uppercutting that person every time. Yeah, I know some of y'all was like, I wish I had some damn boxing gloves, Lee. I would take the boxing gloves out. I would uppercut him bare fist. I'll bare knuckle uppercut him. Hell, I wish I had a chance to. I understand that. But just imagine you putting on boxing gloves and every time you bring up your feelings or how they made you feel about something that's not positive, you're uppercutting them. That's how it feels. Like you're putting your emotional boxing gloves on and you're emotionally beating that narcissist's ass every time you bring up your feelings or how they made you feel or the mindset and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It just is. You know, just the mindset, all the other stuff. So it's a mind. It is a mindset. It's like, yeah. Just, but Lee, how do we get through them? How do we crack? You said a whole bunch of stuff, Lee, but tell us, how do we get through to the narcissist? They have to give themselves the tools to dig up the vulnerability to be able to be open and honest with you. If they don't, then this is who you're dealing with. If they don't work on themselves or go to therapy, this is who you have to deal with. It just is. This is me telling you who you are dealing with. They're not going to change who they are without any kind of drastic therapy or any kind of drastic behavior alterations, whatever you want to call it. This is who you're dealing with. I know that might hurt somebody else's feelings, but this is them. They don't want to. When I break up therapy, they get mad. That's your answer. When I ask them to go to therapy, they don't talk to me. They just go silent. That's also an answer, y'all. Silence is an answer. If you bring up a suggestion to them and they go silent, that's your answer. They didn't say no. They didn't say yes, but their answer, their body language, and their mannerisms said no to you. Their words might not have said anything. But anyways, y'all, let me cut this thing short. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Much as I learned from y'all, as much as y'all say y'all learn from me, I learn even more from y'all. We're closing in on 500 episodes of the Narcissist Code. Y'all, what in the hell? How the hell did we get to this is episode 496. How did we get here? How? Is it 496? How did we get, y'all? How have I been talking about narcissism? This is 497. How? 47, 98, 99, 4 episodes. Oh my goodness, y'all. 500 episodes. I'm thankful for y'all. I just truly am. If you're in the Austin, Texas area, go ahead and book for the Austin, Texas meet and greet, y'all. Austin, Texas, October 15th. The link is in the bio for that. Book it up. We're going to be there. I think almost 100 people have scheduled to come to Austin, Texas. Come to Austin, Texas and find your support system, y'all. There's a support system waiting on you at Austin, Texas if you don't have one in the area. Anyway, y'all, like and subscribe for more. Stay tuned for more. Mental Illness is out. Peace.